Hi friends, in this lecture I'm going to explain you about numbering systems, which is very important for learning C language. Now we will start from decimal numbering system. In decimal system we have numbers from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. These 9 numbers we have, and we know all these decimal system means this is 10, this is 11, this is 123. Now here, to calculating the value of this number, we do 3 into 10 raised to power 10 raised to power 0 plus 2 into 10 raised to power 1 plus 1 into 10 raised to power 2 is equal to 123. So we know these basic things. Now the main thing is binary number system. In binary number system, the binary word represents only two digits. In binary system, we have only 1 and 0. And we can represent any number with this system. Like if you want to display number 7, then this is number 7. So how do we calculate the value of this number? So as shown here, we have to do the same thing, but here powers are of 0, like 1. So this 1 into 2 raised to power 0 plus this second one into 2 raised to power 1 plus this third one into 2 raised to power 2 plus 0, this 0 into 2 raised to power 3 is equal to, the value of this thing is 1, the value of this thing is 2, the value of this thing is 3, and finally it calculates to the value of this third thing is 4. Sorry about that. And finally the value will come 7. So we represent number 7 with this. If you want to represent number 8, then how will you represent 1000? So these three zeros, the value is 0 because 0 into 2 raised to 0 plus 0 into 2 raised to 1 plus this third 0 into 2 raised to 2, that thing will calculate to 0, and this final 1 into 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8. So you can represent, I will show you example, 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. So these things will become 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. If you understand these things, then you are well. If not, then I will give you a link and you have to study all that material to improve this. Now we are, but when this binary system is used to represent number in computer, but this is not a good way to represent number because we cannot represent negative numbers from this system. So if we want to represent negative numbers, then the new method came, that is sign numbers. Sign numbers. In sign number, if a number, the last digit of number means starting digit from left side is 0, then that number should be considered as positive. Means this 000. So we have to just think about this number, and from that we have to give sign. If there is 0, then this is positive number, and these two numbers will represent the actual value of that number, which is 0. If the number is 001, then will this 0 will represent the positive thing, and this 01 will give it one value to the number. If the last number is 1, so the number is negative, and these two values will represent the actual value of number. So this 1 represents negative sign, and these two zeros will represent 0 value. So the 111 will represent value -3, because this one will correspond to this minus sign, and these two ones corresponds to these 3 value. So in this system, I will show you here. In this system, this value will become 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry, 3, then -0, -1, -2, and this is -3. So you can see here uh, these values are of these numbers. So if you really think about it, there is positive 0 and there is also negative 0. But in our actual life, there is no such thing. Negative 0 is not nothing. It's not a very good method to represent this number. So after that, some people think, and people are always think better. So some people thought that, uh, can we represent numbers in a better way? So after that, one's complement method came. One's complement method came, and people thought that, if we represent numbers with one's complement, then it will be a better way. So if you want to show a negative number, then just alter the numbers from that number. Like I will give an example. Like if you want to represent 0, you will represent 0 like this, and if you want to represent -0, or this is 1, and if you want to represent -1, then you should replace all zeros with 1 and all ones with zeros, like 1 1 0, and so this is -1, this is -1. If you want to represent 2, then 0 1 0, and if you want to represent -2, then just alter the numbers. So 1 0 1, and this is -2. So this is one's complement method, and in this thing you can see, if there is 0, you will consider it as positive. This is positive 0, this is 1 2 3, and now if there is 1, so we have to think about for which number this is one's complement. Like this is uh, 0 1 1, and if you calculate one's complement of 0 1 1, then it will be 1 0 0. So this 1 0 0 always represents a -3 in one's complement system. So 1 0 0 represents -3. This 1 0 1 is one's complement of this 0 1 0. So this will represent -2. Similarly, this will represent -1, and this will represent -0. So these number system, these system actually came to represent a negative number, and for methods like addition, multiplication, and all these calculations, this number system came. But this is not a good way to represent, because here also the positive 0 and negative 0, these two things are coming. So after that, people thought, and people always think better, so people thought about 2's complement system. this system is a very better and very good system which is actually used to represent numbers in our computer. So in this system, if you want to calculate one's complement of two's complement of any number like 1010, so you have to calculate one's complement of this number first. So one's complement of this number will be 101. And now if you want to calculate 2's complement, just add one value to this thing. So if you add 101 plus 1, then it will become 1 plus 1 0, then 1 carry 1, and here 1. So 110, this is the value of 2's complement. So if this 010 is representing value 2, then this 110 will represent value -2. -2. Likewise, if you see here, if this 0 is there, then this number should be considered and positive. So the value of this number will become 0, the value of this number 1, value of this number 2, value of this number 3. And now if there is 1, then we have to think for which number. Now for this 100, we have to think for which number this is 2's complement. So I think this is 2's complement for 100, the same number 100 or 0100, this number is 4. But if we calculate 2's complement of this 100, then 1's complement of this 100 will become 011. And if you add 001 to it, then the value will become again 100. So 100 represents -4 in this 3-digit system. And this 101 will represent -2. If you calculate, this is -4, this is -4, this is -3. If you calculate this will be a 2's complement of 011. You can do calculations like 011, and the 1's complement of 011 will be 1's complement is 100, and if you add 001 to it, then the value will become 101. So see, this is 3 and 2's complement of 3 is this number 101. So this is -3. Similarly, if you calculate, this is -2 and this is -1. So this system, see at this system, there is single 0, 1, 2, 3 and again -4 to -1. So in this three-digit system, here values are from 0 to -4 to +3, and this is a very good way because no 0 is repeated. So this is called 2's complement system. Now I will tell you a shortcut method to calculate 2's complement very fast. Like here, I will tell you one shortcut method to calculate 2's complement of a number. If you see here 1 at the end of number, so you have to calculate 2's complement of that number. So how to do it? So just from right side of number, from here, just see the first one from the right side. So this is the first one from the right side, and after that one you have to replace all things with zeros and ones. So this value will become 011, because after this 1 you have to replace this 0 with 1 and this 1 with 0. So 011. Here up to this one, you don't have to do anything, and after that one you have to replace this one with 0. So 0 1 0 0 1 0, and see, this is 2, and so the value is minus 2 here. After this first one, you have to replace this one with 0 and this one with 0. So 0 0 1. So 0 0 1 represents value 1, and here 1 1 1 represents value minus 1. So this is very easy method to calculate. Now here see, this is the first one from the right side, and after this one there is nothing. So just 100 will be 2's complement of 4, 100. So this is minus 4. So I have here a table which I already prepared for you. So you can see this 000 001 all in the sign system. This is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, minus 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. In one's complement system, 0, 1, 2, 3 and minus 3 to again minus 0. So in these two systems, zeros are positive and also negative. But you can see in two's complement system, the value 0 is not repeated, means plus 0 and minus 0, there are no such things, there is only positive 0. So 000 represents 0, and if in these two systems if there is 0 at the end, at the last, then that number will be positive, like 0 1 2 3, and if there is 1 at the last, then that number will be negative. This is just a tip. If 011 is value, then that represents minus 4. Similarly, if you want to represent values from uh, positive 0 to positive 0 to 7 and minus 0 to minus 7, then this is example in one's complement system. 0 represents 0 and this is minus 0. So I will give you a link to study these things in detail at the end of this lecture, and you have to study all that things. If your base is very perfect, then you can develop anything. C programming language. Now I will tell you about that integer value. So in C programming for integer and turbo C, in turbo C compiler for integer there are 2 bytes reserved. So 2 bytes means group of 8 bits, twice, 1111, then 1111. So these are, and this is twice. So these 2 bytes are represent to are reserved to represent an integer in this system. So all these numbers in our computer are represented with 2's complement. So you can see here all things are 1 and the last thing is 1. So this represents a negative number. But which negative number? After so which negative number it represents? So this represents minus 1, because here uh, after this one you have to replace all ones with zeros. So this number will become all zeros and only 1. So this is minus 1. If you and if you see this number, then here last number is 0 and all these are 1. So if you calculate 1 into 2 raised to 0, 1 into 2 raised to 1, 1 into 2 raised to 2, so this will come to this thing 32767, which I told you in previous lecture. And the largest negative number will be represented with 1, and so this value you have to replace. Last value is 1, so this is negative number, and you have to replace After that, all values which there is no value, so this number represents -32768, like this, -4 and -4. And if you want to represent 0, then you can directly represent 0 with, so this is 0 because last value is 0 and all these are 0. So this calculates to 0. So I will give you a link to study these things more. I will give you one calculator, online calculator to calculate these things, and you have to study how these values comes. So this is lecture for decimal, binary, sign, ones complement and twos complement. So this is lecture for these things. Now in the further lecture I will explain more things for you.